play for Atlanta.
Well, the footwork for Hunter there was really solid, able to catch and shoot.
That's to Duhan. Over Hunter. Duhan's shot is off.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the night here. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Atlanta's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Hunter, the pass to Bogdanovic. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. That's to Duhan. Vassell was screen on Capella. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And DeAndre Hunter is a plug-and-play type of wing. Brent, he can fit in anywhere.
Yeah, really good at spacing the floor, getting better at creating for himself, Kevin. And defensively, he's a solid on-ball defender that can switch up to multiple positions. Who in the league isn't looking for a talent like that?
Branham, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Hunter. 58 seconds left here in the second. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Great lift off the floor. Johnson is electric.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Rockets in Houston. Here's Duhan. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Rizachet checked in. Break since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. The Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Vassell kicks to Duhan. Barnes screen on Johnson. Duhan. And he's good on the three ball. Duhan's got 16. Now Bogdanovic. Johnson, that's for 2. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. Now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what P has done in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at it.
Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. He out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Here's Buffkin. That 3 off the mark. Spurs trail by 3. Vassell outside. To the wing on the left. Here is Duhan. He's guarded by Johnson. Barnes can't get it to go. The Hawks shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Risacher. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Wembanyama, a screen. It's stolen by Capella. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Buffkin, no good.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Taking a look at Atlanta, they ascend up the lists to number 3 with some spirited play.
And San Antonio, they've come out with a vengeance. I don't care what anyone said about them or their chances to start the year. Now let's see if they can maintain this momentum.
Boy, is he dynamic. Jalen Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Wembanyama, a screen on Johnson. Duhan with the ball. 19 points in the game, and they take the lead. Duhan's got the lead up to 1 now for San Antonio. For Atlanta, they've gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Capella's not backing down from that. He shoots right into the coverage to create that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 1. Wembanyama, a screen on Johnson. Duhan's shot is good. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Capella. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's Buffkin. Johnson the screen. Shoots the 3. Drills it from outside. Buffkin's got 6.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up.
substitutions. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Barnes, screen on Johnson. Back to Paul. Here is Duhan. Clock at 6. Wembanyama, a screen on Johnson. Duhan's shot is off.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
On the court for Atlanta, the pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Bogdanovich on the wing. He's paired with Rizachet, and it's Buffkin in at the point guard.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
2 minutes remaining.
The Hawks leading by 5, and the foul on Pete. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And stolen by Wembanyama.
You know, I can't say I'm all that surprised that pass resulted in a steal. That was a 50-50 chance of getting through at best.
Here's Duhan. Hits it to go from beyond the arc. Duhan's got 30.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Bogdanovich. And he banks in the layup. Bogdanovich has got 4 points this quarter.
Bogdanovich showing how much he believes in himself right there.
Paul dishes to Duhan. Wembanyama, a screen on Johnson. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Duhan passes to Wembanyama. Misses from close range.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
And D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Wembanyama, a screen. 46 seconds left in the game. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Bogdanovich. Nice defense by Vassell. On the wing, Barnes. That's to Duhan. Barnes the screen. Duhan's shot is off. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
And here is Duhan to take the lead. Buries the triple. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Here's Buffkin. Can't knock in the 3. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony,